Hi, my name is Greg Prickrell, and today I'm going to try to answer the question, what is a software product manager? First, a bit about me. I've been a software product manager for about 15 years. I've shipped software at some of the largest software companies in the world, and today I'm a strategic product management consultant, trainer, and coach. Before we talk about what a product manager is, it's probably a good idea to define a product. So if you Google that term, you'll find a lot of definitions. In the software world, I consider a piece of software a product when it gets shipped in essentially the same form to multiple customers. So this idea of managing multiple customers is key. Creating a software product or solution for one customer can be very difficult, very challenging. But when that software needs to meet the requirements of multiple customers and has to be managed throughout its life cycle, from the time that the customer buys it till the time they stop using it, the complexity of the problem goes up an order of magnitude. And at that point, it's a very good idea to have a professional who's accountable for that product end to end. So first and foremost, we can think about software product management as a critical role on a software product development team. And software product development teams comprise multiple functions or disciplines that work together to make sure that the right product gets built and meets the business goals of the organization. And you can think of the software product manager as the hub of that team. They're the ones accountable for making sure that everybody is moving in the right direction towards a common goal. So one way to think about a software product manager is somebody who's accountable for the success of the software product throughout its entire life cycle, from the time the idea comes to build a software product till the time it's withdrawn from the market. And success can be measured in revenue, in profitability, in adoption, the number of people that use it. So there are several different measures. I consider software product management a strategic role. So I describe it as executing on corporate strategy, but at the product level. Another interesting way to think about software product management is to use the metaphor of a shelf for physical goods. So you can imagine that some people are responsible for getting a product on the shelf. Other folks are responsible for getting it off the shelf and into the hands of customers. And the primary accountabilities of product management or product managers is around getting the right product on the shelf at the right time at a cost that supports business goals. In the software world, typically there's another set of professionals, usually in marketing and sales, that are accountable for getting it off the shelf, so to speak, and into customers' hands. So to build a successful product, it's critical that the product manager orchestrate the activities of the other functions. So these other functions don't typically report to the product manager, but he's got to get everyone aligned behind a vision and a set of goals and make sure that everybody is executing in a way that will ensure success. We can think about competencies that are required to be an effective product manager, and I've identified 3 here that I think are critical. The first one has to do with business leadership. So as a product manager, you need to understand the business. You need to be able to forecast revenue, understand costs. You need to be able to manage business risks. So you need to be able to lead the business. The second competency is called product definition, and most of us already think about product managers in this light. As a product manager, you need to understand the problems in the market, describe the software that should be built to solve those problems in such a way that development can figure out how to build it. And to do that, as I've said before, you need to define a compelling vision, a set of goals. You'll publish typically a roadmap which shows your customers and other stakeholders what you're going to deliver when. And finally, being able to promote the product is a key competency for product managers. So we're not marketing professionals, but we still go to trade shows, we talk to customers, we talk to executive management to underscore the value of our product. So what do product managers really do all day? There's a broad range of tasks. Some very operational, some strategic. We've talked about defining a vision. Product managers participate in business reviews to get everyone on the same page about the business performance of the product. They create a backlog or a set of requirements for engineering to implement. So it's very common as a product manager to, in the same day, talk to executive leadership, talk to customers, talk to somebody in sales, and talk to an individual developer or tester. So very diverse group of activities that have to be performed by one person. So I would say product management is a very challenging job. Why? First of all, you have to understand both the technical world. We're talking about software. You have to know how software gets built, but you also have to understand the business world. And very often you have to bridge those two groups, because business people and technical people very often think differently, almost speak a different language. You have to influence other disciplines that don't report to you. That's called referent power, and it's very difficult. And at the end of the day, as the one finally accountable for success of the product, you need to make sure that balls that are dropped get picked up regardless of what's happened, whether it's sales or marketing. At the end, you need to do what it takes to make sure that your product is successful. I've already talked about communicating with different audiences. So as I said, in one afternoon, you can have a very strategic conversation with the CEO of your company, and your next meeting is with a developer about a problem they're having that may impact the release schedule, for example. I hope that I've given you some clarity on what a software product manager is. You can find out more about me and software product management on my site, prickrell.com. I blog fairly often at SPM Intersections. I'm curator of a site called Software Product Management Resources, where you can find links to blogs and books and videos and tools designed to help anybody who's interested in software product management. You can follow me on Twitter at @GregPrickrell and discover more about the software product management discipline at ispma.org. Thanks for your time.